Kinematics worksheet 1. Question number 1, figure 1.1 shows the speed time graph for a car. Here you can observe that along the vertical axis the speed is given in meter per second, and along the horizontal axis the time is given in second. You can see two lines, one is the horizontal line and other line is steeper line. As you know that the gradient of the speed time graph gives you the acceleration. If this line is horizontal line, it means acceleration is 0. Now this line has a negative gradient, it means that the velocity is decreasing or speed is decreasing. It means the acceleration is negative, which is called deceleration. Now come to the question. At time t is equal to 15, the brakes are applied and the car comes to rest with uniform deceleration. It has been explained by the question. What he is seeking you to do: A, part 1, state the speed of the car just before the brakes are applied. Now you can see that this is the movement of the lorry with uniform velocity. So whatever the speed was initially at this point, the same speed will be at this point. This is the 15th second. At 15th second the brakes are applied and the lorry is decelerating. It means this speed is required. So this speed will be read from the graph. Okay, here you can see that what is this speed. From 10 till 15, this is the interval of 5. 10 till 15, there is an interval of 5. Now this interval of 5 is being divided into 10 equal parts. These are 10 equal boxes. So 10 divided by 5 gives you 2. It means 2 boxes are giving 1. Now this is 10, this is 11, this is 12, this is 13, this is 14, and this is 15. Let me give you a closer view of the same so that you must be clearly observing it. I am drawing it again for you for better understanding. As I told you that from 10 till 15 there is an interval of 5. This interval of 5 is being divided into 10 boxes, 10 small boxes. So 10 small boxes divided by 5 gives you 2. It means that 2 small boxes are giving you 1 unit. Then this is 10, this is 11, and this will be 12. Between 11 and 12, this is 11.5. So the speed is 11.5 meter per second. Now come to the answer space. You will have to write down 11.5 meter per second. This question is carrying 1 mark. Remember this. Don't forget to write down the unit, because unit is very important. If you are not writing the unit, your mark may be deducted. Okay, now come to the second part. Here in the second part, explain what is meant by uniform deceleration. As you know, then an object is said to be moving with a uniform deceleration if its velocity is decreasing by equal amount in equal intervals of time. The negative gradient of the graph is showing that there is deceleration. Okay, now part B. In part B, a lorry travels at a constant speed of 18 meters per second for 15 seconds. At time t is equal to 15, the brakes are applied and the lorry slows down with a same deceleration as the car. Number 1, on the figure 1.1, draw the speed time graph for the lorry. This is the first part in which he is seeking you to draw the speed time graph for the lorry, which is moving with a constant speed of 18 meters per second for 15 seconds. And then at t is equal to 15, the brakes are applied. Well, let us draw this horizontal line at 18 meters per second. As I told you that each 2 boxes are showing you interval for 1 unit, the speed, the 1 unit. So this is 15, 16, 17 and this is 18. So here there it will be 18 meter per second. And you know that from here this is the 15 basically seconds. How it is 15 second? Let me bring it focus. This is 15 second. So he is saying that lorry is moving till 15 second for 18 meter per second. So you will have to draw a horizontal line. This horizontal line is showing that the lorry is moving with a uniform velocity of 18 meter per second till 15 second. Now at 15 second he is saying that the brakes are applied. Now what we have to do, this is very important to note that at t is equal to 15 the brakes are applied and the lorry slows down with the same deceleration. This is very important line, the same deceleration as the car. As I told you that the gradient of the speed time graph or velocity time graph gives you the acceleration. Now this steepness of the line or slope of the line is showing the deceleration for the car. So to show the deceleration for the lorry after this 15th second mark, you have to draw a parallel line to the given deceleration of the car. Your judgment must be very good if you want to draw a parallel line which must be parallel to the given deceleration of the car. Now let us see that how I'm going to draw. You can also use the set square if you have geometrical techniques. You can use the geometrical techniques to draw a parallel line to the given line. This is the line. I have drawn a line parallel to this line. Now these two lines must be parallel to each other because the parallel lines have the same gradient. Same gradient mean their deceleration or acceleration is the same. Now here in this case we are considering the deceleration, so the deceleration will be the same. Okay, now what is required? Next in part 2, explain how your graph shows that while braking, remember this, while braking the lorry travels further than car. As you know that the area under the graph gives you the distance traveled. Now examiner is seeking that you have to give the reference of the graph. You can see that car is decelerating after this point. After this point, this is a triangle. Okay, so the area under this line, under this decelerating graph, there will be a triangle. So area of triangle gives you the distance traveled by the car during deceleration. Now here for the lorry, you can see that this will be a larger triangle. So larger triangle mean larger area during deceleration of the lorry. Obviously, if there is a larger area during the deceleration of the lorry, it means lorry has traveled further than the car. So you can write down that greater area under the graph during the deceleration period of the lorry shows that the lorry has moved further than the car. So in this way you can write down, or otherwise sometimes some students write down that the higher initial speed or average speed may cause the lorry to travel further. It is recommended that you must give the reference of the graph. Now there is another question. In this question you can see that figure 2.1 shows how the speed of the cyclist varies during a journey. Now you can see that along the vertical axis the speed is given in meter per second, and along the horizontal axis the time is given in second. It is starting from zero. From zero, this line is showing that it is acceleration, and then it becomes a uniform speed, then it is deceleration. Now here from C to D the body is at rest because the velocity is zero. So here it is zero at rest. Now from D till E, again it is accelerating. From E to F there is uniform velocity. Now from F to G again the velocity is decreasing, it means deceleration. Now what is required? Let us see. Describe the motion of the cyclist between B and C. This is B and this is C. You can observe that during B and C he is seeking the motion of the cyclist This question is carrying 2 marks, so you will have to mention any 2 points. 1 point can be that motion of the body, that the speed is decreasing basically, or velocity is decreasing, because he is using the word speed. So you can say that the speed of the cyclist is decreasing constantly, because this straight line is showing a constant decrease. From B to C, the speed of the cyclist is decreasing constantly, and there will be a negative acceleration or deceleration. Now, in B part, state which part of the graph shows the cyclist moving with a constant speed. Sometimes students also include from C to D. So remember, you are not going to write down from C to D, because from C to D there will be zero speed, no motion. It means the body is at rest from C to D. What is the constant speed? From A to B, it is the constant speed of 7 meters per second, and E till F there is a constant speed of 5 meters per second. So what you have to do, only he is seeking you to write down, state the part of the graph, the parts of the graph shows the cyclist moving with a constant speed. So A to B, you are not going to write out AB. It's better to write down from A to B, or you can also write AB and EF. You can also write like this. So you can also mention like A, B and EF. You can also write it like this. Okay. So A to B or E to F, these are showing the constant speed or uniform speed. Now the third part. Calculate the distance traveled by the cyclist in the first 250 seconds of the journey. Now first 250 seconds here, from starting from 0 till here. So you can observe this is a trapezium. This shape is a trapezium. As I told you that the area under the graph of the speed time gives you the distance traveled or the displacement. So this line 0 to 250 is parallel to AB. These are the two parallel sides, and this is the height, which is equal to 7. So 7 will be the height, and these two are the parallel lines, 250. And what is the length of AB? This will be calculated like this. You can see that I'm giving you a closer view of the same. As you can see that this is 0 and this is 50. Obviously this is 60. So this line is going 60 and touching at A. Now let us see. This is 250. From 250 we are subtracting 60. From 250 minus 60 is equal to 190. So AB length will be equal to 190, and this bottom line will be 250. These are the two parallel sides of the trapezium, because he is asking the distance traveled till 250 seconds. Now I told you that we have to find out the area under the graph, because this acceleration and this horizontal line till this 250 is a trapezium, and I am going to find out the area of the trapezium. So half into sum of parallel sides. One side is 250 and the other is 190. These are the sum of parallel side. This is 250 and this is 190, as I have shown you that before this 60 I have subtracted from 250 till 60. So this line will be 190 and multiply by 7, because height of the graph is 7. This height, this is still 7, this height is 7. So I am multiplying it with 7, and the answer after calculating 440 into 7, and when you will do the calculations correctly, then you will get the answer, which will be 1540 meters. This question is carrying 3 marks. Remember this, you will have to show this working also, okay, and there is also working like this can also be shown here. Well, another very important thing, because you know that in this answer space you must write down the answer correctly with correct unit, otherwise your marks may be deducted. Okay, you are not going to write anything in this line because it is clearly mentioned for examiner use. Okay, you are not going to use this area. Well, I hope you have understood. If you have any question, you can ask me. Thank you.